Okay, so today I wanted to do a tutorial on a darkroom trap or a tower trap. Now I did one of these tutorials on this quite a while ago when I first started out on YouTube, but obviously I was nervous back then, so I didn't really explain things that well. So I thought I'd do it again. Now I'm going to try getting through this as fast as I can. I'm not going to like record myself building the whole thing. I'll just do bits of it on camera, and yeah, but you can see it working here. This is one that's in a private world of mine, and it works pretty well. Obviously it would work a lot better if I sorted caves out in the area, but whatever. So I'll go on to a creative world real quick and start talking about the dimensions and how things work and stuff like that. So the first thing that you want to do is build the killing room or the killing floor. And this is the most complicated room, I think. It's got most of the stuff in. Everything else after this is pretty easy to do. So firstly you need the dimensions of this room, and it is, from the inside it's 23 by 23. So it's just a 23 by 23 square, and from the outside the dimensions on the outside are 25 by 25. That's just in case you wanted to build it like I have here, which is placing the blocks instead of digging it out of the earth. Now obviously if I built this whole thing up here and showed it you working, the spawn rates would be really good because there's no caves on this world. But if you're building this trap in your legit world, in a survival world, make sure you light up all the surrounding caves and the surface, just so that you can get like maximum spawns whilst this is on. So once you've done the 23 by 23 room or the 25 by 25 room going on the outsides, you need to go in each corner and put these things. So it's just go to each of the corners and go 1, 2, 3, and then like that. So it's like some sort of triangle thing, and that has to go in every single corner. And then this is for above this there'll be a 3 by 3 hole going all the way up to every single floor, and there'll be like canals or streams pushing down onto this, and there'll be a water source right here, and then that'll push the mobs to the sides. And then once you've done that, like I've done here, the way I do it is use torches. I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then on the 6th one, that's where a canal is, but you don't have to worry about that yet. So on the 7th, where the 7th torch would be, you just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then that has to go out by 3. And then obviously you should have another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks empty until you get to the corner thing again. And then on this, just place signs on both sides like that. And then this thing here, this is where the lava's going to be. There's going to be 3 lava sources in the middle, and then that's going to flow over to both sides, and it will like hang over the edge. But because there's signs here, it won't fall on into the streams that's going to be here. And then that's all you do for the outside. So I'll quickly do that, and then I'll show you the next step. Okay, so once you've done the outside of this room, next thing you want to do is find the center of the room. The way I do that is just by putting torches on the center of these little platforms here, and just standing between them all, match them all up, and then dig down, and that's the center of the room. But the next thing you want to do that is the item streams. So if we just put some glass here, just so I can show you how this is going to look. Now there's going to be like a glass wall all the way around this room, in this type of, well, on this wall type thing here, and so the mobs will fall down from the darkroom traps here, and if this drop doesn't kill them onto the water stream that's here, then they'll get pushed to either side to like a little lava thing here, and there'll be a block above it so they can't jump up into the lava, which would make their items get burnt. So when they die, the items will drop into a water stream, and then that will go to the centre of the room, and then you can put that into like a little collection room or something. Now this part is kind of confusing. The streams are, because you want to make them all go into the center and not really, you don't want them all just to go in a straight line and have different points of dropping down, because that would just get confusing. So this is the pattern that, or this is the stream pattern type thing that most people use. So instead of me explaining how it works, I'll just kind of float up and you can just pause it on there and use that. And I know what it looks like, but it's not intentional. That's just the design thing the original creator of this trap used, and everyone else uses. So that's that. If you want to just quickly pause it and take the streams off it so you can see where they all go. And then obviously it's just a case of putting water in, which is pretty straightforward, obviously. Yep. And then there's some streams in here that you have to fill in as well. There you go. Okay, so now that that's done, and you can just test this by throwing items in here just to make sure that it all goes into the center. Now you want to start putting lava down, which is obviously dangerous, so make sure you've got some sort of like barrier so it doesn't spill everywhere and ruin everything like that. And that the lava is pretty simple. You just do that and then it should just go straight to the end and stay there. And then that's that. And then put a block above this like there, and this block is just so nothing will, or these blocks are just so nothing will jump up whilst it's getting burnt to death. So when they come down this stream, when they get into here, they won't be able to really jump. This is as high as they'll go, so the items will still drop below. So you won't lose any items. And then again you just do that all the way around, and then you can move on to the next step, which is basically putting the roof on this place and then moving on to the darkroom trap, or the darkroom part of this. So I'll quickly do the lava thing and then we'll just move on to the darkroom part. Okay, so once you've done all this room and all the lava and everything is set out with the little platform above it, this room's pretty much done now. All you need to do is just place water streams there on each of these corners like that. Just make sure it's all working without any problems. Yep, seems okay, and that's cool. And then you can just check that obviously the streams are looking like this, so that they all go down to the lava things. And then that is the killing floor pretty much done, and it's pretty easy from here on. Now if you make this room 3 high, the way I do this next room is just off of this room. So I put the glass 3 high, and obviously the platform for the lava, so just to stop the mobs from jumping, is obviously the 3rd one up. I do another platform that's just like this, and then this is the actual canal for the next room. So this is like, oh god, this is the channel for the next room, like this water stream here. This is what this is. And you put this all the way over to here, remembering that you need a 3x3 gap. In each corner. Let's build the wall up a little bit here. There we go. And this is the water stream for the dark room. And then you basically do that all the way around this room, leaving the 3x3 in each corner. And then it's a case of the middle part and then the roof of that, which we'll get onto. So I will just complete the outside of this room, and then I'll start in the middle, and then I'll be back. Okay, so now all these side canals are done. What I want to do next is find the center again, and on each of these canals put like a little wall in the center, just above where the lava sources are. Just do that all the way around. And then these are for like little gaps in between the water. So if you put the water like that, it should travel right to the edge, like that. You do that all the way around. Okay, and they're just the like channels, so the mobs walk into them, and then they get pushed down into here, and then get pushed down into one of the lava streams. And now the actual part where the mobs will spawn is basically everything in between here. So you just need to fill this up, and that's one level above this canal thing that you've just done. So it's in line with it's on the same level as these little like block things that you've put in the middle on the centers, and then you just fill the whole of the middle of this room up with this, and then that will be where the mobs will spawn. So I'll get that done real quick and then we'll be back. Okay, so now this whole floor is done. It's just a case of putting a roof on this so the dark room will actually work. But just to go over, this is the whole area where the mobs will spawn, and then obviously eventually they'll walk into the little streams here, get pushed down into the lava. They won't be able to jump because of this block here, and then the items will go straight into the middle through these streams into some sort of collection room that you build. And now after that it's just the case of obviously a roof for this, but because you're doing multiple levels, it's not going to be a roof, it's going to be the start of another level. So you're basically going to do this whole thing again for the roof of this thing. So the way I'll do this is go off one of the streams, and if we just remove the water a sec, just so I can see what I'm doing. So this is obviously the stream that you've already got. You go 1, 2, 3, and then that will be the fourth block will be the next roof, or the next roof for the stream. So you've got the water here, and then a block, and then another block, and then the roof. Just so you can see how that's going to be. So you've got 2 blocks between the water and the roof of the next one. And then again, this is just going to be another stream here, like that. So we'll quickly get this one done, and I'll put this all the way around and then do the middle, just so I can show what it's like. So again, all the canals and streams on this floor are done now. Just got to place the water again. There we go. Now you can keep doing this for as many floors as you can. I'm not too sure on mob spawn limits and how that side of the thing works, but the trap does work. I have it in my private world, and it's about 11 floors high, and it works perfectly fine. So to go over these streams again, from the last floor you need to go 3 blocks from the bottom, or 2 blocks above the 2 blocks above the water stream, and then that'll be the floor. So you go 1, 2, 3 from this, or you can just go 1, 2 from the top of the water to there. And then once you've done all the water streams, you go up a block on the outside in line with this, and then this is going to be the floor for the spawning, and it will also be used for a cover for this floor, so this room will turn dark. So we'll do that real quick. Okay, so that's pretty much it. You can just repeat this process as many times as you want, and then when you finish it, put like a 3-high roof over the top of it, and then that's pretty much done. At the moment this isn't that dark, one because it's still kind of daytime, and the first 1 or 2 levels are kind of lit up by the lava that's down here a little bit, and obviously these holes here are causing a little bit of light down there. So to go over how it works, obviously the mobs will spawn here on this floor, or this little platform thing here. They'll eventually walk over to the edge, and they'll just get dragged down, fall down into here, and then get into the lava, and obviously get put into the their items will get put into the stream, and they'll fall in. That's pretty cool. I'll spawn a zombie, or a few zombies, just to show you that they are stupid enough to walk off. Well, that one there, see, they're doing it as well. And then they'll just fall down. And get burnt. Let's just squeeze through here. There we go. And their items will fall down into the centre. So again, the dimensions of this room are 23 by 23 on the inside and 25 by 25 on the outside. And then these parts here where the lava is, you need to go, it's 3 blocks high just there. So it's 1, 2, 3. And then you did the platform for the streams for the floor above. And from in this side of the glass, it's 4 high. And then right above me is the platforms for the mobs to spawn on, which is up here. So yeah, that's pretty much this trap done. This is the one that is in my private world now. Again, I'm not too sure how the spawning works, how far you have to be away, but this does take sometimes a little bit to warm up and get going. But once it gets going, there is a constant flow of mobs falling down. And my little collection point is in my underground base, and as you can see, there's a nice flow of items coming down. There's even some ink sacs because some squid randomly spawn sometimes, so that's pretty cool. I've actually collected quite a lot of stuff from this, and this trap is actually from alpha. That's why there's loads of feathers in here, but it still works for 1.2.5. Hopefully it'll work for future releases as well, because I have a few of these in different worlds. Okay, so I'll leave it here for now. If you've got any questions, let me know in the comments and I'll try answering them, or you can just send me a personal message and I'll check it out. But if you found this helpful, make sure you hit the like button, it helps a lot. And I'll also leave a link in the description to the old version of this tutorial that I did quite some time ago, just in case you want to check it out or something. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I shall see you next time. Goodbye.